Junho and Yoona share an untold truth. Everyone is stunned. What secret could possibly shake the entire entertainment world? When two of Korea's brightest stars reveal something no one saw coming, it's more than just a headline, it's a storm. From hidden emotions to a revelation that left fans speechless, the truth is finally out. Join Red Carpet revealed as we dive deep into the mystery and uncover the shocking story that has everyone talking. It was just a scene, or so we all thought. In episode 8 of King the Land, as rain poured relentlessly from the skies, two of Korea's most beloved stars, Lee Junho and Yoona, stood face to face under the gray clouds, their clothes drenched, their hearts pounding, and their eyes locked in a moment that would change everything. And then it happened. A kiss, not just any kiss, but the kind of kiss that made viewers forget they were watching fiction. It was raw, it was electric, it was too real. Fans screamed, the internet exploded, and now, months later, they've admitted the truth behind that scene. They weren't just acting. The scene that shook a nation. It began like any typical K-drama climax. Tension brewing, emotions repressed. A sudden confrontation between Gu-won and Sarang, their characters on King the Land, finally letting the floodgates open. He stepped closer. She didn't move back. The rain became a backdrop to their silence, and then, without warning, he leaned in. The kiss wasn't overly stylized, it wasn't stiff, it was full of longing, of familiarity, of something deeply personal. Viewers felt it. You could see it in the way Junho's hand trembled slightly as it reached for her face, in the way Yoona's breath hitched just before their lips met. It wasn't blocked choreography, it was human. For weeks, fans speculated. Was that really acting? There's no way that chemistry is fake. Even veteran directors praised the moment for its unusual intensity. But no one could have guessed what was really happening behind the scenes until now. The confession, it was real. In an exclusive joint interview released on a major streaming platform, Lee Junho and Yoona sat side by side looking more vulnerable than ever. And then came the bombshell. That kiss wasn't planned like that, Junho revealed. We were supposed to kiss, but we went further than the script. We didn't stop because something in us didn't want to. Yoona nodded, her expression serious. The moment felt too real to fake. We'd spent so many hours pretending to love each other on screen, somewhere along the way it stopped being pretend. There was no laughter, no playful denial, just quiet honesty. What had once been dismissed as good acting was now exposed as a genuine unscripted exchange of emotion. Behind the curtains, what really happened on set. Insiders are now revealing that the kiss scene under the rain caused quite a stir on set. A crew member speaking under anonymity confessed. After the director yelled, "Cut!" no one moved. The staff were silent. It was like we all knew we'd witnessed something personal. Even the camera operator had tears in his eyes. Apparently, after the scene, Yoona walked off set and locked herself in her trailer for nearly an hour. Junho remained outside, pacing, visibly shaken. It wasn't just a kiss, said another staffer. They crossed a line, and they both knew it. The fallout, fans. Divided industry, shocked. Once the interview was released, reactions were immediate and intense. Some fans celebrated the confession as the most beautiful truth in K-drama history. Others were confused, even betrayed, believing the two stars had hidden a real relationship under the guise of professionalism. Media outlets scrambled for confirmation. Were they dating during filming? Were they still together now? Junho answered simply. We didn't start filming as a couple, but somewhere between the takes, it happened. Yoona added with a soft smile. We didn't plan to fall, but we did, and that kiss, that moment was when we both knew. What now? Agencies have released cautious statements supporting the stars' honesty while refusing to confirm the current status of their relationship. Behind closed doors, however, industry executives are reportedly stunned. This will change how we view on-screen romance forever, said one director. We used to ask for chemistry. Now we'll wonder what's real. More startling is the rumor that Junho and Yoona refused to reshoot the kiss scene, even though production originally asked for a second, more controlled take. We said no, Junho confirmed. You don't redo something that genuine. Looking back, the signs were always there, hidden between smiles, buried beneath rehearsed lines and camera-ready gestures. In behind-the-scenes footage, Junho would often glance at Yoona with a softness that didn't match the playful tone of the production. During breaks, their conversations lingered just a little too long, their laughs just a bit too genuine. One clip in particular resurfaced online after the confession. During a rehearsal for the infamous rooftop scene, Yoona briefly lost her line. Junho didn't tease her, he just looked at her quietly protectively. Fans had always praised their natural chemistry, but now knowing the truth, everything seemed different. This wasn't acting, it was a relationship unfolding before millions disguised as fiction. We weren't hiding from the world, Yoona later said. We were hiding from ourselves. The turning point, when acting became emotion. Their story wasn't a sudden spark, it was a slow, dangerous burn. Both Junho and Yoona were no strangers to intense roles or romantic leads. But King the Land was different. The storyline, though light-hearted on the surface, forced them into emotionally vulnerable places: grief, jealousy, longing. Scenes that were supposed to be playful became layered with unspoken tension. According to insiders, one particularly emotional night scene, the one in which Won admits his fear of being alone, left both actors in tears long after the cameras stopped rolling. It wasn't in the script. He wasn't just talking as Won, a crew member said. He was speaking from somewhere deeper, and Yoona knew it. A risk they never intended to take behind the glamour. Behind the perfectly lit shots and scripted interviews, there was a war raging quietly between duty and desire, between what they felt and what they were allowed to show. In the Korean entertainment industry, public relationships are a tightrope act. The stakes are brutally high. A single rumor can derail entire careers. And for top stars like Junho and Yoona, both with massive fandoms and clean-cut reputations, the risk was even greater. We were terrified, Junho admitted. One wrong move and we'd lose everything we'd built. So they stayed silent, let the world believe the kiss was just a kiss, but silence, they discovered, has a cost. Yoona later revealed that during the press tour, she and Junho barely spoke off camera. We thought distance would protect us, she said, but all it did was hurt. The day they chose honesty. So why now? Why reveal the truth after months of silence, after the show had already aired and the hype had died down? Because secrets are heavy, and some truths demand to be told. We were tired of pretending, Yoona confessed. We didn't want to look back and regret saying nothing. The decision to come clean wasn't easy. Their agencies pushed back. PR teams warned them of backlash. But Junho and Yoona stood firm. This wasn't about controlling the narrative, it was about finally taking ownership of it. We didn't want to hide anymore, Junho said. From the world or from each other. What comes next? No official label has been placed on their relationship. Neither star has used the word dating, and perhaps that's intentional. We're still figuring things out, Yoona said softly. But whatever we are, we're real. In an industry built on illusion, their honesty feels almost radical. It challenges expectations, defies norms, and opens the door for others to do the same. Already younger actors have spoken out in admiration of their courage. One rising star even posted, "For the first time, I believe love can survive in this industry." Their story is far from over. Whispers of a possible second project together have already begun circulating. Whether it happens or not, one thing is certain: audiences will never watch that kiss scene the same way again.